Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a professional best-of-3 series of StarCraft 2. Joining me here for map number 1, Alcyone, the red Zerg player. Hopefully going to be a force of chaos on the match. It is Bly. Where's that drone? Oh, Bly. And their Terran opponent and or possible victim in the bottom left here. Will they survive? It is Spirit. What are you doing already? What is this? Opened up the mineral patch wall here, the mineral wall, I'll call it. Just one side of it though. This is still locked. And then Bly. This is exactly why I'm here, and I'd wager it's pretty close to the reason that you're here as well. Bly versus Spirit. I have absolutely no idea, no indication who wins. No idea what happens, but I knew just from the names I had to see it. I'm always intrigued. Bly going for a very interesting base choice. You might be wondering, Bly, why did you choose this base? This is the reason. It's a rich gas. I'll show the other side just for comparison wherever it is. Bly. Good lord. Oh, it's up here. Duh. So, rich gas base, meaning better, efficient mining. You get 2 for the price of 1, basically, here. Bly gonna immediately load 3 drones into that gas. So we know whatever Bly is cooking, whatever shenanigans are in play here, that this Reaper is absolutely not finding out about right now. It's gas heavy. We know that. We can tell that. Reaper's gonna come into the main base. The Queen's almost done, but I'd wager Spirit might not even be interested in trying to snipe off any drones. I think the play here is purely informational. We're just trying to gather up some intel because, you know, Spirit knows. Oh god, Bly got the SCV, halting the production on that command center. The Marines going to brutally gun down that that Zergling, excuse me. Zerglings thought about going for that second SCV. Not going to work out too well in their favor, though. The Reaper's just going all around the map. Sensing it. Oh? Oh, no. Be very quiet. Oh my gosh, there's a hatchery here. Panic ensues within the Terran's base. What is the response? We already had a bunker on the high ground. Which, you know, honestly, if you know you're up against Bly, you see Bly as your listed opponent in whatever tournament this is from, or even just on the ladder, you queue up, you hit that ranked button, you finally got the courage or enough liquor in your system to remove that decision-making capability and queued up for the ladder, and you see your opponent's Bly. I feel like that high ground bunker is just a mandatory part of the build. It's not even salvaged, it's still here. At long last, I can say we see Bly's choices coming to fruition. This quick gas, this very intriguing choice for a 2-base Muta play. These Lings have speed? Oh yeah, they got speed. I think the Reaper died off. Yeah, they got the Reaper. So it's going to be a Mutalisk play. How many Mutas though? What is the count on the Mutts? We're looking at probably close to 1,000 gas here. We've got a Dropper Lord on the way as well. The Pult Viking being successful, taking down an Overseer. The Mule doing its muley business. The bunker was salvaged. Was that a bit too premature? There's 9 mutas on the way. 10 mutas. And enough gas for another one. There we go, 11. The dropper alert. It's gonna be spotted. No, the Viking finds the dropper alert. Quick, get them out. No. Oh, did they all get out? I'm not sure. I think one may have still been inside when the Viking kills it off. The mutas have completed. The Zerglings go for the Marines, which may be a little bit of a tell here. The mutas gathering. The flock has arrived. Let there be chaos. Let there be shenanigans. How will Spirit respond? Looks like we already got a turret up in here because we probably scouted the spire at some point before the mutas showed up. If you don't scout it until the mutas are actually in your base, that's really the only time mutas are kind of a scary issue. I say that, but you know, Bly's mutas are just completely wrecking the place. Might as well call them Ravagers because of all this ravaging they're doing. The building's going to be destroyed. Burn down the Marine stem, which is only mildly helpful. There's still 13 mutas. Some of them gonna join the flock right now. Rallying to the missile turret. Could go for the NG Bay here. Could try and deny this +1 attack, which would be very helpful actually for Bly. Gonna get it. Lings join in here. The SCVs, the boys are pulled. Bunkers going to be repaired. The Marines now the targets. And it's looking like committing it up against the missile turret's really tough, though. I'm not sure Bly actually has enough to break this defense. The heroic missile turret here with 3 kills, but a lot of confidence. Instead going for the add-ons. What are we looking at here? Spirit shifting almost completely to Marine Mine, getting combat shields as well. +1 armor's about to finish up, which is going to be very helpful against mutas as well. Those of you familiar with the mutas attack, that bounce, that glaive attack, having extra armor can really help out, help reduce the amount of splash damage the mutas are doing. You're like, mutas do splash damage? I'm like, yeah, it's not very much, but it does. There's a little bit of splash in there. Oh, Bly actually taking a 3rd base behind this, gonna set up that natural. Goes for the tech lab, gets a siege tank for his troubles too. This is not game ending. This isn't crippling yet though. Spirit is still very much alive, and the Marine count has finally gotten high enough that I think Spirit can comfortably move out onto the map. Yeah. Just got to keep everything together. The mutas, their job now is either to harass this force, pick off any strays, any sick and injured members of the pack, yes, deny reinforcements. But now, actually stopping this army, it's going to be up to more than just the mutas. We need the Lings, we need the Banes. There's a Liberator here. There's no longer a Liberator here. Freedom gained and denied in one fell swoop. The drones have to be pulled in. Spirit getting a nice pre-split setup here. The slow Bane's gonna waddle forward. The mutas spreading around trying to pick off everything. It looks like it is definitely enough Zerg. The Medivacs panic, run to the safety of more Marines, but unfortunately for these Marines, there's actually quite a few mutas still left over. The Medevac's gonna be picked off. The siege tank even destroyed, and centrifugal hooks completes just as the Banes get the confidence to go off of creep, which is still not a good idea, might I say. I love the choice. I love the play. Ling-Bane Muta, very quick Muta play. Two base Muta into a Ling-Bane Muta composition here. I just don't think it got enough done. Resources lost? That's really even. Time will tell. The next couple of minutes are very crucial for both players here. Spirit just getting that third set up. The missile turret's already in place. The mutas could do a little bit of harassment here. Did we get high-sec auto tracking? Not yet. Spirit, come on. Every Gold League Terran worth their weight in salt knows high-sec auto tracking is the most important upgrade when facing mutas. Speaking of mutas, just follow them for a minute here. Bly's production a little lacking. We're dabbling into those 1-1 upgrades. Spirit finish did get +1 attack eventually. The armory's going to be denied. More mutas traded off for it though. I'm not sure it's worth it. We've lost 20 mutas already this match. Only 10 still remain. 13 drones on the way. 4th base taken. Both players trying to get set up here, trying to get a little bit of a macro play. The army supply slowly shifting in favor of the Terran at this point in time though. Get that pneumatized carapace. Give me some more droppers. Why are we helping with the creep? We have a drop in the main base, which is going to be very easily cleaned up. That is one serious advantage to getting the mutas out this quickly. Ooh, nice play from Bly there. Picking off some of the Marines. I think this still might be too many Marines though. We only have 10 mutas. 12 Banes, but there's not enough creep to really guarantee the Bane connections. The hatchery's going to be destroyed. The drones try to evacuate. Oh, they will get out. Some of them will get out. Why, where are you going? One problem with waiting to try and gather everything up is Spirit's going to gather everything up as well. More Marines, more tanks, more medevacs. We're scanning. Do you have this base? Nope. Spirit gathering up all of the tools here. The Lings, pick off that initial Marine. The rest on hold position, watching with stoic disappointment. The Ling Bane, oh, might be going for a flank with the mutas. The Marines are so well spread though. I just don't see this being a very easy cleanup for the Zerg. The hatchery's now in peril. The Banes are gonna roll a bit too far forward. Spirit is watching. Reinforcements. No. Oh god. Oh, some of them. Okay. Little bit of work there. The burrowed Banes trying to get some of their reinforcements. Hatchery's gonna be destroyed though, making this a very tough call for Bly. Gonna send most of the forces across. There's no planetary here. There is a missile turret and one very well covered bunker. The SCVs pile on top of the side of the building there, trying to protect the bunker. The mutas are cleaning up some of these army forces, but I just don't see them being able to commit onto the rest of the army. Marine, siege tank, and a Thor commander here getting the job done. Spirit pushing forward, breaking through the Zerg line. There's just not enough Zerg forces at this point. There's 17 Banelings. And a dream. Here we go. Not really what we're hoping for yet. Bane's not usually the best tool if they're by themselves. I think Bly just cannot clean it up. Spirit is gonna take map number 1. For map number 2, we find ourselves moving to Hecate. The blue Terran landing into the bottom left here, taking map number 1, not necessarily through a trial of strength or confidence, but more one of tenacity, I would say. It is Spirit. And extractor tricking Red Zerg attempting a very quick muta play. What will be the flavor of shenanigan this match? It is, of course, Bly. Now this is the Bly match I was promised, okay? This is why I was here, you know. You probably clicked this thinking, ooh, a Bly game. I want to see that. What kind of chaos, what kind of shenanigans unfold in this match. And you know what, beautiful viewer, you intelligent fool, you. I thought the same thing. Looking over the replays, I was like, what can I pick? What sounds good this morning? I know I want to watch a TVZ. I know I need some good Terran versus Zerg here. Give me that Bly proxy hatch. The SCVs are pulled. We all know how to deal with this at this point. It's probably not going to be very deadly. The problem with this natural proxy hatch is it's just found too quickly. You may have seen some of the other proxy hatches. I know just off the top of my head, I've seen Scarlett put the proxy hatch more towards the third base, so it doesn't get discovered as easily, as quickly. I like that version too. So annoying. Spirit gonna just cave, start the command center off place here. The Evo chamber on the way. In case you're a little confused about that trick, the hatchery, when it's making, has just a little bit of creep underneath it while it's being produced. So if you cancel it and restart a building quick enough, you can actually start a different building underneath it. Not usually needed in application because, of course, no building other than the hatchery can realistically survive without creep, so it would complete and then it would just start to die off, the poor thing. Like it's not run out of water, like a fish out of water, it just starts to dry up and desiccate. Either way, not going to be a concern in this match. Spirit does eventually clean up their natural, but why this base, Bly? Why this base? Because there's some rich minerals in here. Going to specifically focus the rich mineral fields. Okay. Intriguing options here. So what is the play? Did we get... No, so far it's just a spawning pool. With this kind of setup, it wouldn't surprise me to see a Roach Warren thrown down pretty quickly here. This feels a little bit like a Roach Warren kind of setup. I'm a little intrigued about the choice to get the third hatch, though. That feels like maybe too much of an investment before you try a very quick Roach play. Spirit's going to have time now to mount some semblance of a defense. The SCV is going to be destroyed, brutally slaughtered at the hands of these slowlings. No longer slowlings, I say. Ling speed has completed. Now they'll go for a little bit of a scout, it seems. Yes. Checking out that natural mineral line. The wall is raised. The Marines finish the job and the scouting is denied. What is Spirit even up to? I feel like Spirit is doing the right thing here. As I said, where you know you're up against Bly, you're just going to play it safe. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to cross all of my P's, dot all of my T's, and make sure my Q's are bolded. Okay, we're making sure everything's in order because the roaches are a-coming. You know it's gonna happen at some point. You know Bly is gonna hit you with something that at least Bly thinks you weren't expecting, so maybe you should just expect everything. The queens over here. Spirit probably saying, why on earth is there creep over here? Who knows? The Overlord's gonna be picked off, as I said earlier, brutally slaughtered, destroyed at the we're dropping for everything. Okay. You thought we were on a mission, you thought we were going somewhere specific? No. Because if we were to actually go across the map, the Ling Ravager here would be a bit of a problem. Here comes the strike. The Lings get in. The SCVs on a hold position, forcing the Zerglings to have a bit of a panic. The Ravagers get a little too close to try and bile off the siege tank, and it just dies. I'm a little nervous now. That's not good. That was a lot of investment for Bly. Spirit is now up on workers, up on army supply, and frankly, up on momentum. It's gotta feel good. Clearing out that bush from Bly, the Marine's gonna drop on the high ground, stim to the point of half health, and start to go after the roaches. The Queen not even going to be safe from this. The roaches, trying to mount a defense, will force a pickup, it looks like. But 6 drones dying off in the engagement. No, where are you going? Oh dear. Okay, the Marine's just going to unload just within vision because there is an overlord over here. The forces of Bly trying to split as best they can. Ling's roaches will deal with the main base force. The group over here. Can you reach that? Oh gosh. The Marines pick off another drone just for their troubles. Meanwhile, the main base group is just gonna get in, go after a few overlords. Might be able to get the Queen too. Might be able to get the roaches and the Queen. Dare I say, this is just far too much damage. Spirit going for the throat. Handily dispatching the early Ling Ravager play from Bly and deciding to just try and snap the neck with enough Marines, enough stim packs, and enough confidence it can be done. Spirit will take the series 2-0. An entertaining and beautifully chaotic series, might I say, though it is at least what I came here for. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.